First things first. If you're familiar with this introduction, feel free to skip ahead until the trigger warning for our racist, hate-filled image of the day appears on screen. Otherwise, let me tell you. In each of these videos, I give away a t-shirt from my website, UnionOfTruth.org. That t-shirt goes to whichever comment in the comment section scores the highest on my double-secret proprietary rating scale, and they'll get to pick whichever design they want from the website. Mind you, I give away a t-shirt if the video gets at least 5,000 views and 50 unique comments by the time I start making my next video. I intend to make these videos 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Official rules are posted just below the like and subscribe buttons. Now, unless you're already fully aware of the following 9 facts, or you have a completely open mind and seek to expand your worldview, these videos might not be for you. Fact number 1. All of our society's root-level structural institutions are controlled by psychopathic parasites who intend to utterly subjugate us. And that's putting it mildly. Fact number 2. No one is coming to save us from them. If we don't take matters into our own hands, we will be utterly subjugated. Fact number 3. We are quickly running out of time to prevent such an outcome. Fact number 4. In order to prevent our subjugation, we need a viable plan of action. Fact number 5. There is no quick fix. A viable plan will need to be very detailed and will require that people must go outside of their comfort zone in order to comprehend it. Fact number 6. As an aspect of its viability, the plan must not require that everyone fully comprehends it in order to follow it. Fact number 7. Since the plan must not require that everyone fully comprehends it in order to follow it, leaders will be needed to properly inform and correctly guide fellow citizens who won't put forth the effort to fully comprehend the plan. Fact number 8. Leaders will need to fully comprehend the plan. Fact number 9. Exemplary leaders are committed to empowering those whom they lead. Exemplary leaders lead by example. And for those of you who are still with me, here's a 10th fact. This book contains a viable plan. The purpose of these videos is to disseminate the information provided in this book and to start an ongoing dialogue about all things related to the plan. You can download a free copy of this book in PDF format from UnionOfTruth.org without signing up for anything or filling anything out. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping you'll take me up on my simple 10-page challenge. It works like this. Read the first 10 pages of the book and fully investigate all the links that are offered in order to discover the following. 1. Am I functioning from a valid conceptual foundation? 2. Have I done enough legitimate research to qualify as someone whose opinion is worthy of consideration? 3. Does the book actually provide a viable and fully detailed plan to thwart the science of fiction? Quite simple, and certainly not too much to ask of any red-blooded American patriot. One last thing. Those of you who are wondering, who is this guy? Should be sure to check out my video entitled, Who is this guy? Please, let us know exactly what you found most hateful and oppressive about that flagitious image. Your feedback is vital to our ongoing mission of greater understanding. All right, in this episode, we're going to cover pages 129 through 132. But first, allow me to remind everyone of the fact that, as stated on pages 34 and 35, the author's purposely condescending tone is not directed at you. It's directed at those who will mock you when you try to share this information with them. Each of the 5 million men who volunteer for the away group of the rally must invest exactly 4 ounces of gold or 235 1/2 ounces of silver, or the equivalent amount of Federal Reserve notes. Whether they do this by way of their own money or by way of begging and or borrowing from 100 people is up to them. As you'll soon see, they'll each get back way more than what they put in. Individuals who volunteer for the home group and those human individuals who do not volunteer at all will also be able to invest that exact amount, no more and no less. Investors will each be issued 1 share of a stock that no one can ever lawfully own more than 1 share of, and that can only be owned by citizens of the United States of America. And wealthy individuals and businesses would be wise to sponsor/loan needed funds to as many volunteers as they possibly can. As you'll soon see, such loans will easily be paid back. Such action would be wise, since it is the only way to protect what they've got. Though they will not lawfully gain interest on such loans, it is the only true safe haven left for them to invest in. If you haven't already figured it out, in keeping with the history of tyranny, everything else is on schedule to be drastically devalued and legally stolen. Not to mention the fact that if you posers make sure the rally succeeds, no one will be paying income tax or numerous other taxes ever again. Reread that last sentence. I would just make sure that my loans were given directly to the trustees of the rally fund, and that it was contractually stipulated that I get my investment back before any volunteer I sponsored was able to get any monetary payout from the rally. But that's me. Now imagine if that nationwide entertainment tour I spoke of earlier were to happen. Patriots using their star power to raise and eventually bank tons of money in order to help the public finally do what's needed for everyone to leave the cave. Should they do this for free? No way. FYI, looking for handouts is what caused the mess you're in. What a simple, easy to execute, mutually beneficial method of making sure that every qualified person who desires to be a member of the away group can afford to do it. What a simple, easy to execute, mutually beneficial method of making sure that those star-powered patriots have the perfect platform to help educate the public and prepare them to take proper action. Actually, solo tours with the same purpose probably wouldn't hurt either. If no one but the away group volunteers decide to contribute, there will be the equivalent of about $25.5 billion in the rally fund. Those funds must be contributed in the manner stated above so that the further purposeful devaluation of Federal Reserve notes will not be able to thwart this plan. 4L. Are you an actual rugged, freedom-loving patriot who is willing to ante up? Do you believe that enough of your fellow citizens are actually going to join you to make this rally happen? If so, you should run out immediately after reading the next sentence and buy gold and/or silver. The kind of gold or silver that you can actually put in your pocket and hold on to, not a supposed investment for which you will merely be handed a receipt that claims to be proof of your supposed purchase, which is being held in a vault somewhere. This should be done so that when the dollar drops even more, you will be able to hand in your share of precious metal. It will have cost you way less than it will be costing those who might eventually be willing to contribute, but who will wait to act until the rally is starting to attract large numbers of volunteers. And if this rally never occurs, you will have still made a wise investment. Doesn't the idea of getting your hands on something that's guaranteed to retain a heck of a lot more buying power than the Federal Reserve's legal tender make sense? Of course, whether or not there will be anything to buy with that gold and silver is another story, as is your ability to protect it from seizure, legal or otherwise. A portion of the accumulated metals will be used to strategically buy companies that produce certain goods needed by the men during the rally, and some of it will be used to buy and strategically stockpile needed fuel for the delivery of the goods. Who knows? As doubtful as it is, you might even get a few highly qualified people to volunteer to help ensure that those companies are going to be run as efficiently as possible. Companies being purchased will be those that produce toilet paper, wet wipes, copy paper, paper to separate slices of cheese, poster board, large envelopes, ink and toner, bread, cheese, whey protein powder, the raw materials for those foods, fruit, vegetables, vitamins, and raw super green food tablets, t-shirts, sweatshirts, socks, shorts, underwear, and lounge pants, screen printing for those products, the cloth materials needed to make those items, and microfiber towels, recyclable plastic packaging with printing for those products and those that follow, plastic bags and tarps, plastic containers such as 5-gallon water bottles and toilet kit buckets, solar heating bags, spray bottles, latex gloves, large rubber bands, poles, pole holders, etc. Fear not, this is not an omnibus bill. The actual legitimate need for each of the above-mentioned items is fully explained in the easily understandable, detailed instructions for success that are in the addendum-like section located at the back of this book. Though the upfront cost will be more than starting from scratch, well-vetted existing companies will be bought because of time restraints and the fact that their business models will have already been proven to work as needed, e.g., supply chains, production and distribution methods, existing market share, etc. Then again, in this rigged economy, there might be some serious bargains to be had. Either way, those companies will be ready to deliver the goods yesterday. One of the many considerations to be made before any purchases occur is that of location. The companies purchased should ultimately result in there being volunteer-owned production facilities in numerous regions of the country, so as to minimize all delivery costs and to maximize on future market share. As you'll find out if you read the aforementioned detailed instructions for success, no less than 2 million loaves of bread will be needed every single day. At least 40 million slices of cheese will be needed every day. Over 20 million scoops of whey protein powder will be needed every single day. Millions of multivitamins and related tablets will be needed every single day. At least a dozen pieces of fruit will be needed every day. More than 1 million rolls of toilet paper will be needed every day. Tens of millions of plastic bags for the packaging of such goods and for use in toilet kits will be needed every day. And tens of millions of t-shirts, pants, and socks will be needed. More than 1 million 5-gallon water containers will be needed. More than 1 million toilet kit buckets will be needed. Millions of square feet of tarp will be needed. Millions of highly absorbent, quick-drying microfiber towels will be needed. Millions of poles and pole holders will be needed, etc. Trust me, friend, if they actually invest the time required to read and understand it, and they're honest, those whose word you're going to take regarding such information will say that it all makes perfect sense. The businesses that are purchased will not only produce and deliver their products to the men at the rally, they will aggressively increase their market share and profitability by way of their new shared brand name being clearly tied into the rally, while also temporarily still producing under their previous name. That shared brand name will be responsibility. It has now been trademarked for this exact purpose,
to help prove that you will not act in the manner required to redeem yourself. If you intellectual deadbeats can somehow get your act together, you can use the name for free to help promote one of the core concepts responsible for the success of this rally. There are many pressing reasons why you must immediately begin to understand the need for personal responsibility. And until each of you discovers what they all are and learn to act accordingly, this rally and the just governance it will bring forth are as likely to occur as the IRS not ruining your life if you've failed to hand over in a timely manner the full portion of their self-regulated, generous cut of the fruits of your labor. The brand name and the entire combined effort of the rally are quickly going to be made extremely clear, near and dear to everyone in your country and the rest of the world. The way it will happen is quite simple, actually. Literally, every aspect of the rally is going to be presented to the general public by way of the latest highly successful method in use to keep you from gaining awareness of anything meaningful. Reality television. That's right. There will be continuous 24-hour-a-day programming successfully presenting every emotionally exploitable angle of everything that has anything to do with the efforts being made to ensure that the rally achieves its purpose. Truly, this will bring the seamless blending of irresistibly gripping entertainment, worthwhile education, and commercial advertising to a level that could not otherwise possibly be achieved. It will be the most compelling, action-packed, and drama-filled lineup of entertainment that has ever been presented on television. It will be the greatest documentary of all time. School children of all ages will be encouraged to show their support by writing essays about the rally that will win the best of them responsibility brand prizes, and by writing letters to a particular volunteer who will become their pen pal, and by instituting a simple 1-minute routine of exercise into their day at 20-minute intervals. All of this will, of course, be filmed, edited to perfection, and broadcast in high definition for everyone's viewing pleasure. FYI, regardless of where their work is accomplished, each person who will be doing said filming, editing, and broadcasting full-time will lawfully be considered a member of the home group.
Well, that's it for today. Let's meet back here on Monday. Till then, take good care of yourself and remember, objectivity, logic, fidelity, because absurdity knows no bounds.